Welcome to Live Interactive English. My name is Sydney.
And my name is Matt.
Yes, and today we are going to continue our conversation about mouth busters, beating oral health myths, day 2. Now, since we're talking about oral health and kind of what's true and what's not and what may be a bit over-exaggerated, I just have to say, a lot of people hate going to the dentist. I love going to the dentist.
What?
Yes, I try to go, very strategically every 6 months. I get my cleaning and I kind of rinse with the fluoride and I always get an A+ from the dentist.
A+.
Yeah.
They give you your grade after.
They give me my grade.
Okay.
I feel like a kid that just did really well on like a math test or something after I leave the dentist. It's great. And I always leave, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but there's a scene where Willy Wonka has a flashback to being a child and he has these perfectly white teeth. And I think he's wearing this insane like dental gear because his father's a dentist.
Okay.
And he really stresses to him the importance of taking care of your teeth. So I think that's kind of where I got my habits from a little bit.
Okay, well, I think most people don't like going to the dentist. I don't hate it, I'm not afraid of it, but I don't like it. It's not something I want to do, and it's not enjoyable for me in any way, even though it's not terrible either. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But if I can do it once a year only, that's better than every 6 months for me.
Once a year? No, you have to go every 6 months.
I think that's another dental myth.
You know what? Maybe you're right. I know. Am I going to the dentist too often? I don't know. We have to find out. Maybe that will be one of our myths.
Maybe.
Who knows?
All right, well, let's find out what oral health myths are when we get into this article.
Myth 3. Plaque is harmless unless it turns into tartar. Fact. Plaque may be soft and easy to remove, but that does not make it harmless. It contains living acid-producing bacteria that irritate gum tissue, cause inflammation, contribute to bad breath, and eventually lead to bleeding gums. Plaque forms continuously, so waiting for it to harden into tartar only makes the problem more difficult to manage later on. Myth 4. Mouthwash can replace brushing or flossing. Fact. Mouthwash can freshen breath and kill some bacteria, but it cannot remove the biofilm coating your teeth. Most mouthwashes only affect surface-level microbes and leave deeper bacteria untouched.
Hello everyone, today we are looking at day 2 of our article called Mouth Busters, Beating Oral Health Myths.
Yeah.
So last time we learned a couple of oral health myths, but we've still got 2 more for you to learn today.
All right, let's do it. So myth 3. Plaque is harmless unless it turns into tartar. Okay, so if you don't know, plaque is the buildup that can form on your teeth if you're not really keeping up with your dental or oral hygiene. Typically, I believe it's typically white in color. And then tartar is essentially the hardening of that plaque, right? So the myth here is that it's essentially harmless as long as it doesn't get too serious where it turns into tartar. But that's not true, obviously, here. So our vocabulary word is the word harmless, which is an adjective. And if something is harmless, it means that it can't harm you, it cannot hurt you, it's completely safe, and it's kind of just fine and nothing to really worry about too much. So, for example, we could say those bugs are harmless to people, meaning those bugs won't hurt you, they won't harm you, they're completely safe.
So here we have the fact. Plaque may be soft and easy to remove, but that does not make it harmless.
All right.
Okay, well, yeah, I always thought plaque was bad.
Yeah, me
But then
too.
tartar's worse.
Yeah.
So I would have thought they're both bad, but you don't want your plaque to turn into tartar, so you have to get rid of your plaque before that happens.
Exactly. All right, let's continue. So it contains living acid-producing bacteria that irritate gum tissue, cause inflammation, contribute to bad breath, and eventually lead to bleeding gums. All right. So that's a lot. So plaque, not harmless, guys. It can cause a lot of damage if you don't take care of your teeth and if you don't go to the dentist, as I say every 6 months. You say once a year, maybe, I don't know, but to kind of get that stuff off of your teeth.
I guess so. All right, back to the article. Plaque forms continuously. So waiting for it to harden into tartar only makes the problem more difficult to manage later on. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know who's waiting for the plaque to develop into tartar.
You know, I have to tell you, as we were going through this, I have to say, you and I can't relate. You know, I think we take pretty good care of our teeth.
Right. All right, so plaque develops continuously. There's continuously more plaque on your teeth. So this adverb continuously means happening without interruption or without stopping at all. So this just means that something's happening all the time. So we have an example sentence. The machine runs continuously all day. So it's all day, no stopping.
Yeah, all right. Now we are going to find out and see what Hanny has to say.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要继续跟着课文来破解口腔迷思。第3个迷思是牙菌斑是无害的，除非变成牙垢。那事实上，牙菌斑它或许柔软容易清除，可是这并不代表它无害。牙菌斑它含有会产生酸的活菌，那这些细菌会刺激牙龈组织，引起发炎，造成口臭，最终就导致牙龈出血。而且呢，牙菌斑就会持续形成，所以如果等它硬化变成了牙垢，日后就会更难处理了。好，单字 harmless 表示无害的，不会造成伤害的。那它的字尾 less， 这是表达无什么什么的，也就是没有什么什么的。那么 continuously 这个副词表示持续不断的。Matt 老师在讲解时，他提到不中断。那老师说的 interruption 这个名词就表示干扰、打断或是中断。我们接着回课文中。
All right, thank you so much, Hanny. Now we are going to continue along with myth number 4, which is mouthwash can replace brushing or flossing. You know, I never once believed that mouthwash could replace brushing or flossing. Brushing and flossing are way too important to just be that easily replaced by mouthwash. But we do have our vocabulary word here, which is the word replace. So to replace is a verb, and if something is being replaced, that means to take the place of something else, right? So as for example, our sentence says, a bike can replace a car for short trips, which is true. If you're only going a short distance, you can probably take a bike instead of a car. Yeah.
All right, well, let's find out what the truth is. So fact, mouthwash can freshen breath and kill some bacteria, but it cannot remove the biofilm coating your teeth. Okay, so mouthwash can be good for some things, like making your breath fresh. Maybe you're just eating a big meal and you don't have time to brush your teeth, but you can have some mouthwash to get rid of the garlic smell in your mouth before you go on a date with someone.
Absolutely. All right, let's continue. Most mouthwashes only affect surface level microbes and leave deeper bacteria untouched. Okay, so this is saying that most mouthwashes will only kind of take away any sort of microbes or bad stuff that's kind of on the surface, but anything deeper, it's not really going to help. You do need to still brush your teeth and floss to kind of get the deeper bacteria out of your mouth.
That's right. So you can't just use mouthwash, you also need to brush. Okay, now let's go to Hanny.
第4个迷思是漱口水可以取代刷牙或是使用牙线。那事实是，漱口水可以让口气清新，也可以杀死一些细菌，可是它没办法去除包覆着牙齿的生物膜。大多数的漱口水只能影响表层微生物，那么深层的细菌则不受影响。好，单字 replace 动词，它表示取代、替换。文中用到 leave deeper bacteria untouched 来表达说使深层细菌不受影响。这里的 untouched 是形容不受影响的。那我们来学习这样的句型，就是 leave 加受词加受词补语。那么 leave 可以表达使点点点处于某种状态，受词后面必须接补语，语义才会完整。那补语你可以用形容词 VING、PP 或者是介系词片语。我们造2个例句。He left his jacket unzipped. 他没拉上外套拉链，这边补语就是用到了过去分词 unzipped. The news left her in complete shock. 那个消息使她震惊不已。那这边用到的补语就是介系词片语 in complete shock. 那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, so yeah, we've learned about a couple of more oral health myths, right? One being that some people, I guess, do believe that mouthwash can actually replace brushing and flossing, which we learned here that it absolutely cannot.
But I wish it would. That would be so convenient if you only had to use mouthwash.
That would be great. We need dentists and scientists to come together to kind of make that, where we can just kind of swig mouthwash for like 15 seconds and then be done. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Perfect. All right, well, it's time for us to go to the second part of the article, so we'll be right back.
Using too much mouthwash can also do further damage by killing both harmful and beneficial bacteria. This can throw off the natural balance of your mouth, which may contribute to cavities and allow plaque to return more quickly. These are just a few of the misunderstandings surrounding dental hygiene, but with a better understanding of these myths, you can make informed choices to protect your teeth and gums. The biological relationships in the mouth are complex, but one thing is clear. Maintaining a clean oral environment lays the foundation for good health.
All right, welcome back from our break. Now we are going to continue the conversation about mouthwash, I guess. Let's do it.
All right. Using too much mouthwash can also do further damage by killing both harmful and beneficial bacteria.
Oh, okay. You know, I never actually knew that. I'm someone who really likes to use mouthwash to kind of, you know, freshen up my breath every now and then, but maybe I should start limiting the use if it can kill harmful and beneficial or good bacteria.
Sure, yeah, beneficial meaning like good for you.
Good for you. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's continue. So this can throw off the natural balance of your mouth, which may contribute to cavities and allow plaque to return more quickly. All right, so who knew that using mouthwash too much can actually then contribute to cavities and plaque?
So I guess the good bacteria helps to fight off the plaque.
Yeah.
But when you take that away, you've got just nothing there, so the bad bacteria and plaque can come in.
Yeah, oh my goodness. All right, so I don't know, maybe I need to, like I said, reduce my use of mouthwash or maybe stop using it altogether. I don't know, are you a mouthwash person?
Not really.
Not really?
Not
okay.
much, no.
So you're safe.
Yes,
You're safe.
safe
okay.
for now.
All right.
All right,
Oh
well,
my goodness.
let's see what Hanny has to say.
课文提到，过度使用漱口水可能会同时杀死害菌跟益菌，造成进一步伤害。这会破坏、打乱了口腔的自然平衡，可能导致蛀牙，并让牙菌斑更快重新形成。这边有一个重点是 throw off。它当及物用，可以表达分散，像分散注意力，或者是扰乱、打乱。在文中，它引申指破坏原本的正常状态，使它偏离预期的方向。举例来说 ，Too much caffeine can throw you off your natural sleep cycle。摄取过多的咖啡因会打乱你的自然睡眠周期。那我们接回到课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. Now let's get back to the article. These are just a few of the misunderstandings surrounding dental hygiene. But with a better understanding of these myths, you can make informed choices to protect your teeth and gums. Okay, so yeah, if you know more, if you know about these myths, then you can make better choices about what you're going to do to keep your teeth safe and healthy. Okay, so these are myths surrounding dental health or oral health, and to surround something can mean to go all the way around something. Like if you have an army surrounding a city, it means they are all the way around the city. But surround also just means to be associated with something. So these myths are associated or linked to oral health. So an example sentence, there are many stories surrounding the old house.
Yeah. All right, let's continue. The biological relationships in the mouth are complex, but one thing is clear. maintaining a clean oral environment lays the foundation for good health. Okay, absolutely. Now we do have a vocabulary word here, which is the word foundation, which is a noun. And foundation just means the basis or start of something. So if you have the information, you can have a good foundation or start to kind of take better care of your overall health. And we have an example sentence here that says, honesty lays the foundation for a good friendship, meaning honesty is the start or really the basis of a good friendship or really any relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've learned a few things about oral health myths, and I think it's good to know that there are these myths out there, so we can avoid believing them and doing the wrong thing.
Definitely. I think now that we know better, we can then do better regarding our oral health and hygiene. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what Hanny has to say.
在这2天的课程中，我们破解了几个关于口腔卫生的常见迷思。那有了正确的观念，就可以做出明智选择来保护牙齿和牙龈。我们维持健康干净的口腔环境，才能为良好健康打下基础。好，单字 surround 动词，它表示环绕、围绕。Foundation 名词表示基础、根基。当我们用 lay the foundation 或是 foundations for 再加名词，就可以表达为什么什么奠定基础。lay 的动词3态是 lay, laid, laid。那我们接着回到课文中。
Thanks, Hanny. Okay, so we have a what do you think question now. So, Sydney, what other oral hygiene myths have you heard, and how did you learn that it was untrue?
Yeah, you know what? I would say a common myth about oral health that I used to think was really true was that sugar was the only cause of cavities. I really thought that as a kid, oh my gosh, if I eat too much Halloween candy, if I chew too much gum that has a lot of sugar in it, if I drink too much soda, then that's the only thing that could cause cavities. But I learned that was untrue when, my parents eventually sat me down and said, hey, it's not only sugar that can cause cavities. Even if you're eating salads and fruits and vegetables, you still need to get all that stuff off of your teeth.
Yeah, I've actually heard that like potato chips are pretty bad for causing cavities because they stick to your back teeth and then they can stay there for a long time if you don't brush your teeth regularly enough.
Yeah, so chips, sandwiches, fish, anything that kind of stays on your teeth for a long time, if you don't get it off properly, can cause cavities.
All right, so we've learned a lot today about some things that are not true, and now we know the truth.
Yes.
So we can take care of our teeth properly. Let's review the article again, and we'll see you next time.
Myth 3. Plaque is harmless unless it turns into tartar. Fact. Plaque may be soft and easy to remove, but that does not make it harmless. It contains living acid-producing bacteria that irritate gum tissue, cause inflammation, contribute to bad breath, and eventually lead to bleeding gums. Plaque forms continuously, so waiting for it to harden into tartar only makes the problem more difficult to manage later on. Myth 4. Mouthwash can replace brushing or flossing. Fact. Mouthwash can freshen breath and kill some bacteria, but it cannot remove the biofilm coating your teeth. Most mouthwashes only affect surface-level microbes and leave deeper bacteria untouched. Using too much mouthwash can also do further damage by killing both harmful and beneficial bacteria. This can throw off the natural balance of your mouth, which may contribute to cavities and allow plaque to return more quickly. These are just a few of the misunderstandings surrounding dental hygiene, but with a better understanding of these myths, you can make informed choices to protect your teeth and gums. The biological relationships in the mouth are complex, but one thing is clear. Maintaining a clean oral environment lays the foundation for good health.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。 单字的部分有 harmless 是形容无害的，不会造成伤害的。continuously 副词表示持续不断的。replace 动词表示取代替换。surround 动词表示环绕围绕。foundation 名词表示基础根基。文法的部分，第一个学到 leave 加受词加受词补语的句型。那么 leave 可以表达使点点点处于某种状态，受词后面必须接补语，语义才会完整。那补语可以用到形容词 VING、PP 或者是介系词片语。第二个学到 throw off， 它当及物用，可以指分散，像分散注意力或者是扰乱打乱。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Have you ever seen how glass is made? Glass blowing is an ancient art that involves inflating molten glass into a bubble using a blowpipe to create beautiful works. It's mesmerizing to watch and requires incredible skill. You can admire all kinds of glass artwork at today's location, the Taiwan Glass Gallery. Originally a furniture company, Taiwan Mirror Glass Enterprise founded Taiwan Glass Gallery in 2006. Visitors can admire the glass artwork and learn about the uses of glass. Before you enter the exhibition hall on the second floor, you'll see a glass-molded 一楼 building by the foot of the stairs. Next, you'll see the Dream Linking Bridge, a hallway where you walk on glass over white sand and seashells. On the ceiling, pictures of a starry sky create a romantic feeling. Fascinating glass artworks are on display in the exhibition hall, such as a lifelike glass trellis and ants, a glass vest, heads of the gods Qian Li Yan and Shun Feng Er, and a large kaleidoscope. The first floor is a shop that sells furniture, souvenirs, coffee cups, and other items. Artists skilled in glass blowing and dough figurine molding perform on holidays. The restaurant offers homemade coffee and delicious meal sets. You can also take the glass cups and plates home. Hushen Glass Temple is a Ma-Zu temple made completely of glass, but the indoor area remains quite cool. The glass temple is a major highlight of coastal Zhanghua. It's truly amazing what people can create with glass. It's all around us in daily life, but you gain a whole new appreciation for it after visiting the Taiwan Glass Gallery.